Marhaba, and welcome to the Matrix Green Pill, where real people connect.
Hello, and welcome back to the Matrix Green Pill podcast. Shireen here with you as your host, and today I am joined by the wonderful Namita. Hi, Namita. So, who do we have with us today?
Hey, Shireen. Today we are so excited to introduce you to Sinitta Balchandani. Her brand Mamacare is the outcome of her own personal journey. I'm sure all new moms here can relate to her story and her experiences. As a young mom, she did not know what to expect after the birth of a child, like most of us. After a long and excruciating journey postpartum, she took it upon herself to ensure that no new mom goes through the same turmoil, and that is how Mamacare came to life. Hey, Sinitta, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi. So, to start, Sinitta, can you please introduce yourself and tell our audience about your background and how you ended up here in the UAE?
Hello again. I'm Sinitta Balchandani. I'm a mother of a 4-year-old girl. I'm born and raised in Dubai, actually, and I'm Indian by descent. A little more about me. Actually, by education, I'm an interior designer. That was my passion. I worked almost 5 years in the industry until I had my baby. Since then, I take up some freelance jobs, but I also run a company in India with the help of my husband that has a distribution model, and I'm the founder of Mamacare.
Amazing. So let's jump right into your journey as an entrepreneur. Tell us about your business and why you decided to start Mamacare.
I had an unplanned baby, and when I found out, I was quite shocked and only imagined how this would affect me professionally. Like I mentioned, I was an interior designer, and back then I had a full-time demanding job. So I kind of ended quitting my job. Moving forward, I worked on making space in my life for this baby, making space in the house, shopped for the baby, designed the baby's room as it's my passion. Imagine this is all I needed to keep myself prepared. However, I had no clue of what postpartum was or what was going to happen to me. When you get pregnant, all the information about how your baby grows and what to do, how to plan for the baby that comes, even the ads you see, or you get subscribed to some emails to buy things for babies, maternity stuff, but nothing actually comes out about postpartum, how to deal with it, but nothing about what happens after. Even the Lamaze classes or yoga classes that I took, they all talk about how to breathe during labor or overcome labor and all of that. But the information on what happens after the baby comes, where is it? I had a hard time, had no clue how to deal with anything. But listen, this is the raw truth. I had just educated myself from Google, obviously, about breastfeeding. And there's a lot of information on that everyone knows. But did you know that you probably get constipated after you have a baby? And you won't eat right if no one tells you. I had only croissants. I mean, I didn't care. And then I was constipated for 5 days after my baby. I didn't even know that I had to eat like, all I had to do was basically eat high fiber food or take a stool softener. If I would just sit, I wouldn't get up without the piercing pain in my stitches. I had normal delivery and had a second-degree tear. Excuse me to get so graphic. I do not mean to traumatize you, but this is the actual truth. I sat. If I would sit, I wouldn't get up. If I would get up, then I wouldn't sit back. Once I kept walking for 4 to 5 hours, even breastfed my baby while walking because I was so afraid to sit. I just needed a donut cushion. I didn't know this. I didn't know that a donut cushion would just ease that pain that I would get if I would sit or take an Epsom salt bath. I could go on. However, I got over this and I took it upon me to share this information to educate every new mom, every woman. And I wouldn't want anyone to go through this. If it's so simple to heal these symptoms, then everybody should know about it. Obviously, I educated my family, my sisters, and then finally I decided to do something about it. And that's how Mamacare came to life.
I'm so glad we are talking about this, Sinitta. I'm sure every mother goes through this pain. But yeah, like you rightly said, there's very little information out there about it, and there's no conversation about this. So thanks again.
I feel this need to educate every mom I see. I kind of feel like a stalker sometimes. But of course, you need to.
You need to, absolutely. It's very important. Yeah, as a mother, I can definitely relate to this because I have been through all of this as well. And yeah, like you said, I mean, there was no one to talk to about these things. I was not aware about most of these things till I experienced them. So yeah, I'm glad we're having this conversation today.
And actually, something that I did want to also touch on was the reason that I feel that this conversation doesn't really happen is because of that kind of the stigma associated with it, that it's something to keep behind closed doors for the mothers to deal with on their own. And it's something that they almost feel ashamed to talk about. I mean, not speaking from experience, I haven't had the opportunity yet myself, but that's just something that I picked up on from the other moms that I have met. Even my own mother, like for her to talk about these things, I always have to like push and get it out of her. I don't know. It's like as women, we're trained not to talk about things that affect us negatively.
Yes, they only talk about the baby, right? So it's a happy
Right.
thing out there. But nobody wants to focus on that. They just want to focus,
Yeah.
oh, the baby's fine. You're happy you got what you wanted. But there's a lot more to it.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk more about Mamacare. So tell us, what exactly is this business concept that you've come up with?
Okay, it's pretty simple. I've got 3 boxes. One of the boxes is called the B box, and that has the products that help you recover if you have a normal delivery. The C box is products that would help you recover from a C-section. And the third one is called the BFF, that's like a breast friend forever, which is for breastfeeding support. So it's quite simple. You could buy the products, you could buy just the boxes, or you could even buy the products individually if you need to.
Okay, very cute names. So what was the process that you went through on deciding which products to put in which box, and how did you test them out?
The V box and the BFF box, they've been put together by my personal experience. These products in the box were my go-to products for postpartum and breastfeeding. I was lucky enough to be able to breastfeed my daughter for like a year. Obviously, all the products in there were my lifesavers. The C box, on the other hand, I kind of sat extensively with my sister who had a C-section, a couple of friends, extended family, even several other moms. I questioned them to understand their journey, their struggles, and work with them to handpick the products that go into the box, actually. I had my baby in 2017. So I've been developing this concept in my head for like 4 years now. So I've really thought it through.
Excellent. Okay. So you kind of held like a survey with the people that you know around you that went through the different experiences.
So coming back to postpartum, because it's such an important subject, I think most people know just the basic meaning of what postpartum is. But as someone who has gone through it, could you help explain that better?
Well, I'm no expert, but I could just talk about my personal experience and talk about what I learned from it. Postpartum generally means the time period after birth, and they say 6 weeks is that time period. But I feel it takes much longer to feel like a human again. You might get a go ahead from your GP or your gynec saying your body is okay, but it takes a while. A dramatic drop in hormones. I think that's estrogen, progesterone, several more. I don't know much about it. It makes you feel tired or sluggish, even depressed. Everyone gets the baby blues, that's what they say, which kind of involves mood swings or anxiety, irritability, feeling overwhelmed, crying. Like there's a lot that could happen. You won't sleep, you won't eat. If these symptoms generally, if they say if they get severe, that leads to postpartum depression, which is then a whole topic of its own. I believe you need to feel like a human to take care of one. So you need to take care of yourself, heal, and then you'll be capable of doing what you're supposed to do. There's always this, I've been told that when you have the baby, you're going to just fall in love instantly. I don't believe that. I didn't fall in love with my baby right away, but I was doing what I was supposed to do. I did the day and night diaper changes. I fed her 12 to 14 times a day. I swaddled her several times to make sure she sleeps comfortably. I did what I had to do. But in the midst of all of this, I ignored my own needs. So it took me much longer to heal. Obviously, I did not even know how to heal at that point in time. But if I did, I should have taken much better care of myself and I would have done a better job, I feel. To keep in mind, you need your partner's support or a friend or a family member who's your constant. I wish paternity leaves are much common here. During postpartum, all that you go through, you can't even do the basic chores like dishes or laundry or grocery shopping. They seem so much more harder when a new life comes in and when you want to adjust. Postpartum, it's a journey. You can't do it alone. You shouldn't do it alone.
And what do you think are some of these common misconceptions or misinformations of postpartum? This has become a topic only now, a topic of discussion or to have a conversation about. I think the older generations just thought that, oh, this is a process. I mean, it's going to take you some time, so don't make such a big deal out of it. You're not the first mom in this world. We have all heard these kind of stories, seen them around us, but this is a serious issue. So what do you think, according to you, are some of the misconceptions that you've heard or experienced or seen around?
All the new generation are kind of moms. They dive into Google and they always look at everything that's going to happen to them. That's what I did as well. And honestly, the first thing that I was excited about with postpartum was that breastfeeding will help you lose weight. And it can be pitched as the magic pill, for transforming your postpartum body. So many fad diets and trends. What might work for one person does not necessarily work for the other. People of all sizes breastfeed for many reasons, but you shouldn't have that intention to lose weight. You might lose weight and you gain it back. That's what happened to me. I lost a lot of weight and then I gained it back because I thought, oh my God, this is just the best way to go forward. We don't know how the body reacts. We shouldn't depend on that. My point being, I would really like to bring it up. I think I mentioned this again earlier. It's not directly related, but I want to talk about it, that it's not necessary to fall in love with your baby right away. It's portrayed that way, that your baby's born and you're loved instantly. But some moms probably do. It takes a while for some moms. You don't feel the connection right away. And if you don't accept this, then this will add to your baby blues and you'll feel terrible about yourself, and you shouldn't. It's okay. It takes a while sometimes to the bond. I think rightfully said by you before, we can't even confide in anyone. If you would, they would judge you that, oh my God, you don't love your baby. What's wrong with you? So I just want to let all the moms know that it's all right. You don't fall in love. It's okay to take your time, take care of yourself. It's a process. It's going to take a while to break the bond.
Absolutely. Agreed. Even breastfeeding for that matter. I mean, some mothers can do it very easily. Some women take time even to get used to that whole process. And that can also lead to postpartum, like from my personal experience, because my baby was not latching onto me. So there was so much pressure that, oh, breastfeeding. And I know the importance, of course, we all know the importance of breastfeeding. As a mother, you would want to do the best for your child, but sometimes it's not so easy. It doesn't come naturally to a new mom, it takes time. So that can also lead to postpartum. So I just think that new moms need to relax a bit, not pressurize themselves due to certain standards set by society, and that can help ease postpartum as well.
Definitely a lot of wisdom with everything you both have just said, and I'm taking this into account for my future as well. But let's talk more about postpartum. So are there any therapies or treatments apart from obviously Mamacare that you would recommend for women with postpartum?
Honestly, during this first, you just need to focus on yourself. Obviously, the baby too. Both mom and the baby are priority. But along with that, you need to first heal physically. Obviously, simultaneously work on feeling good about yourself. Mamacare takes care of things physically, but for mentally, there are a couple of things that you could do, like take time out for yourself. Your baby generally sleeps most of the time, so you definitely need to catch up on your sleep, yes, but you should try to get on a call with a friend or go for a coffee or just watch Netflix. Small things like that, they make you feel normal. Also suggest actually a lot of mom to make a list before you have the baby of the things that make you feel good. When you have the baby, just go back to that list. Try to do those things. That way you'll feel more in touch with the real world and you'll know that that's what's waiting for you on the other side. You'll bounce back. For example, just being in touch with your office, just give them a call to see, it helps you get a reality check. Just doing these basic things will help you just see that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Looking back, what are some things that you wish someone would have told you to better prepare you for the life after giving birth?
Probably the first one is going to be that it's going to be hard to do. Number two, going to the bathroom would be a task, and one should eat high fiber, good food, and take over-the-counter medications to help you go. I wish someone told me this because I had most tough time with this. Another one is hair loss. Oh my God, at one point, I thought I was going to go bald. The hair loss was crazy. And the stress of hair loss caused more hair loss. It's okay. You will have hair loss. It's fine. It looks like you're not going to go bald, but you won't. It's just your body. Also, the swelling. The swelling doesn't go away. So generally during pregnancy, you tend to get your legs swell up or things like that. But it happens postpartum as well. My legs were much more swollen after than before. A pro tip, just keep them elevated and don't stand for a long time. I did all of these things, by the way. I stood forever and it made it worse. Also, like I said before, it takes time to heal. It's just not 6 weeks. So don't wait 6 weeks, oh my God, that you're going to magically feel better. No, it takes much longer than 6 weeks to feel like yourself again. Also, an important one, it takes a toll on your relationship with your partner because you probably have no time to spend together or alone, or you don't have time for yourself actually. So forget trying to have time with your partner, but don't worry about it. Don't stress on it. The relationship generally, it gets stronger when a baby comes in. Again, I think a lot of mom need to hear this, that it's okay not to breastfeed, just like Meeta said. It's okay. Your baby is going to be fine either way. If they are formula fed, breastfed, the mom is trying to do her best to take care of a child in the best way she knows. It's okay. Just don't let it get to you. Lastly, I would like to say that it's okay to take care of yourself. You should make yourself a priority. Your baby will be fine. There should be no guilt attached to that, I feel.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, to summarize, I think that's it.
Great. Also, how do you think the mental health of the mother reflects on the newborn child? I mean, it is so important for the mother to feel happy because I'm sure the baby senses all of this. They get the vibe. So, how do you think the mental health of a mom can affect or has an impact on the newborn child?
It's pretty simple, actually. A happy mom equals a happy child. If you want to raise a human, you need to feel like one. Moms generally like to experience crying spells, trouble making decisions, or sleeping, or lose their appetite. They probably get angry at their newborn or if they have other children. However, these are just temporary things that happen to you. If this persists longer, of course, that's postpartum depression, and that probably could have long term effects on children. But if these symptoms are managed earlier within the time, then that leads to a happy baby and a toddler. I really can't help moms much mentally. I thought I could assist them physically. And I believe if you're feeling normal, if you feel no pain or you're comfortable with yourself, then you manage yourself better mentally. Hence, you manage your baby better. And then you're a happy mom. And then that leads to a happy child.
I think a happy mom leads to a happy home, not just a child.
I do want to know more about maybe like give us a teaser of some of the products that you offer at Mamacare and like what are their functions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, there are around 17 products that we have. In the V box, you'll find a product called Patsicles. So that's like an instant cooling ice pad. It kind of helps you heal your stitches because, it feels like it's burning most of the time. Even though you're on medication, once the medication starts to wear off, these Patsicles, they help you. Before we used to do like a DIY Patsicle, put a pad in the freezer and stuff like that. But the product that I got is an instant one. You just crack it, you put it, you use it for 20 minutes and you can trash it. Makes your life much easier. Another product that I would like to talk about is say like the Epsom salts. I've got them put into individual packets. So for single use, just go into the bathroom. If you have a tub, just sit in a bath. It helps you heal your stitches. It really, really helps. These are the two products I loved when I was going through postpartum when I learned about them. With the C-section, you're generally taken care by the doctor. In the C-section, you have your medications. It's a major surgery that you go through. Moms need breastfeeding support, mainly during C-section. So what I did in the C-section box is a combine of products that you would need to heal and a little bit of the breastfeeding box as well. For example, I think Namita mentioned that she had a latching issue. So we have something called the human pacifier, which is the nipple shield that helps mom and the baby with the latching problems. I've also included in the BC box, or let's say the BFF box, Breast Friend Warm Compress that helps you with your milk flow as such. There is a nice, very comfortable, I think I used the similar one. It's called the Peekaboo, but it's like a nursing shawl. So yeah, most of these products are quite generic, but you don't get them so easily. Having it put in a box, conveniently delivered to you, is just take this with you to the hospital and you're good to go.
Wow, wish I knew of this earlier. This is amazing.
It's a really, really creative idea, and I honestly really love the concept of it. And this is something that I've never heard of before. You always hear about like beauty boxes with skincare and makeup to try, but never something like this. So it was really something special. Good job to you on coming up with something so unique.
Thank you. I would just thank my experience, honestly. What happened to me, what I went through, weakened by it. I just like to be stronger by it. I want to help everyone. It's super easy to feel better. Just having these products will make you go through postpartum. I mean, physically, you'll heal faster, I feel.
So you've had an exciting journey so far, Sinitta. Just if you can let us know what your future goals are, what's next for you.
Right now, all I do is I try to create awareness, educate moms about postpartum. I just want everyone to be prepared for the new baby. When prepared as much as we are, when the new baby comes in, you're so set. So you should be prepared for yourself as well. With Mamacare, I'm working in UAE right now, but I hope to be able to reach out to all the moms all over Middle East, even India, actually, in the long run.
I'm excited to see what happens next. And whenever I do decide to finally settle down and have a baby, I'll make sure to reach out to Mamacare. Okay, so, obviously, thank you for answering all our questions, but we're not done. We have a segment of our show, which we call the rapid fire questions. So yeah, it's like a game show that we like to play. So just some simple things. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Sinitta, if you could highlight one thing that is your favorite part about being a mom, what would it be?
It taught me to multitask very well. I don't think I could do it before, but right now I feel like I'm a pro. I could do 3 things at a time and I could do them very well.
Absolutely. Ultimate travel destination on your bucket list.
Well, I've traveled a lot before my baby, to be honest. The only place that I wanted to go I didn't was Copenhagen, Sweden, or Norway. Yeah.
What is your comfort food?
Pasta.
Oh my God, same. I love pasta. I could have it every day.
And the last one, what is one thing you do every day, no matter how busy you are?
Well, I make sure that I put my daughter to sleep every day at night. Whatever happens, wherever I am, I make sure that I'm there at bedtime. I feel that's the most important time. I get to speak to her, know what happened during the day. I always stay in touch then. I don't want to lose that.
How sweet. Thank you for playing along. This is great. Some great responses there and very rapid too.
Yes. A lot of the times we say it's rapid and then people start to panic. And then once the question comes, it's like they get a mind block, even if it's something super simple.
I thought so. But no, it was pretty easy actually.
Awesome.
Now, Sinitta, before we wrap up, we would like to do our green pill moment segment. So, Sinitta, what green pill advice would you give to your younger self?
Well, I wish I could tell my younger self that everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad. It comes to your life for a reason. If you really understand this, that everything happens for a reason, you'll probably embrace whatever happens and you'll know that it's there to serve a purpose and it probably would go and you would have no regrets. You'd see it as an opportunity in disguise. So not to stress. I feel like I stressed a lot about things that happened. For example, I had an unplanned baby much earlier than I imagined. And I'm glad it did because it helped me reach where I am. I never imagined to have created something like Mamacare that I feel so passionately about. And I'm thankful for my daughter to come to my life when she decided to. Pretty glad that happened. I wish that I could tell that to my younger self. Another one is quite similar. Like you could plan ahead, but we need to know that things change. It's okay to plan. It gives you a clear direction as to what you want to do and where you headed to. It motivates you, but you need to know that you can't be too fixated on a plan. Almost definitely change, and we should be prepared for that.
I love that because I found that so true when you have a plan. And I'm someone who's like very much into planning everything ahead of time, even like social gatherings and events. I like to plan them way ahead of time because I like to be prepared. But then a lot of the times I create a scenario in my head, and then when it doesn't happen the same way I had it planned in my head, I become disappointed. And I found that that's something that happens a lot. So I really, really like that piece of advice. Like, yes, it's good to plan, but don't overthink it and just kind of let things fall naturally.
Don't stress over it. It's okay to plan. Follow the plan. If it changes, it's all right. Just go with the flow.
Thank you so much, Sinitta, for sharing your very real and inspiring story with us today, as well as the excellent tips you have shared with us. I mean, as a mother, like I said, I could relate to everything you said, and I'm so happy that we could have this conversation today. I'm sure our audience, especially the mothers, will thoroughly enjoy this conversation as much as Shirin and I have. So thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys, for giving me this platform to even come out there and discuss this. I really appreciated that now women are ready to talk about this, and they should, I feel. So thank you so much.
I'm so happy that it's something that can be talked about. And now I can also brace myself for what's to come. So before we say goodbye, could you just tell our listeners where they can find and follow you and Mamacare?
Yes, so we have a page, Instagram page called Mamacare Me, and we have a website as well, say mamacareme.com. So you could get our products on our website and you could follow us on Instagram as well.
Awesome. And we'll definitely add the links in the show notes as well. Thank you so much again, Sinitta, for joining us today. And we wish you and Mamacare all the best.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Shireen. Thank you, Namita.
If you enjoy our conversations, please like and subscribe. See you next Wednesday.